Tirelessly on your plan to let the world know what you don't care for, and only assholes would dare disagree. One day you gave my content a click, decided you hated me, jumped on my dick, and now you ride me like a roller coaster. Please stop bullying me, I'm too fragile to read these mean things. You fucked me up, you fucked me up, you fucked me up beyond repair, and I will never be the same again. You fucked me up, you fucked me up, you fucked me up beyond repair, and I will never be the same again. Yeah. Thanks for pointing out that I gained some weight. I hate to disappoint you, but I already lie awake at night and wonder why I suck in life. I swear I'm fine, I'm dead inside. Call me shit, but nothing compares to the voice in my head that has always lived there. Get in line, you fool, it's nothing new. I'm just a tool like you that hates me too. You fucked me up, you fucked me up, you fucked me up beyond repair, and I will never be the same again. You fucked me up, you fucked me up, you fucked me up beyond repair, and I will never be the same again. You fucked me up, you fucked me up, you fucked me up beyond repair, and I will never be the same again. You fucked me up, you fucked me up, you fucked me up beyond repair, and I will never be the same again. Yeah. Fucked up about it. Maybe I'm a little young, but you don't know what I've become. Can't you see it in my face? The demon living in disguise, but you can see the killer in my eyes. I've got a look you can't escape. Boku no mirai wa dare ni mo wakaru nai. Mina wa boku o dame yasu tomo.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we got a code red this morning. Code red everywhere. Code red. Holy hell, fire, and damnation, we got a code red. Whew. God, I hate it when we have code reds. Good morning, everybody. How you doing this morning? Reese, Boom Boom, Iron Duck, Horace Barkley. How you guys doing this morning? And the other, I don't know, 15 or so of you out there that haven't chatted yet this morning. Code red. That's right, Sleepy Fox. Code mother frickin' red up in this hole today. This time, exactly, meeting. It's that time of the month. Everybody is bleeding red everywhere. Everybody is bleeding red. Everybody. You've been watching dogs play. Tooch, I'm going to tell you something. If you've been watching the puppies play, you are probably in a far better state of mind than anybody in this today. Anybody in this today. But let's get right into it, because guys, I right now have, I'm not exaggerating, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. About 26, 27 tabs open. That's so much to go over this morning. Like 27 tabs. And you know, I talk about as fast as molasses in winter, right? I'm slow. Let's play Fortnite instead. Seth, my darling, my favorite child. If I could, I would play Fortnite with you. And as soon as this stream is over with, hit me up. I might be persuaded to just do that. I might be persuaded to play hooky from work and just play Fortnite with you all day. I could be persuaded to do that right now. I am not even fibbing on that. Let's get into it. First thing we have to establish today, that facts do not care about feelings. Facts does not care. Fortnite, exactly, Tommy. Fortnite. That's what we do around here. We play the Fortnite. Maybe one of these days I might actually get back to being as good as little Tommy. I seen your screen post. I seen your post, man. Little Tommy's got it going on. Facts do not care about your feelings. Facts don't. Facts are facts. You can either choose to accept the facts, or you can choose to reject the facts and stay into your world, your bubble, and cry and suck your thumb and all that. But facts are the facts. And let's get into it. Now, I'm going to show you guys a little something here real quick. This is my buddy Max. You guys know I stand D-Max, okay? D-Max put out a short last night, and it's about 60 seconds. He sums this up a lot quicker. He talks faster than I do. So let's just let Max give you the TLDR before we even get into what's going on now.
Let's recap. MamaMax made a video a little while ago erroneously calling out several popular creators in an attempt to culture jam and spread his current crusade against trafficking rings that target minors globally. According to Max, YouTubers aren't doing enough to curb the massive modern wave of child endangerment. MamaMax highlights a specific case, a man by the name of Camden, who he claims is a werewolf vampire angel who operates a cult that has abducted and abused several minors. The now undead commentary community, namely Nicholas Diorio and Mudahar, some ordinary gamers, amongst others, have all been producing videos pointing out Max's blatant hypocrisies from the past and his now lack of evidence for his current claims. Claims that Mudahar attempted to vet and air out for everyone to see, which leads to this tweet from Mudahar. Was sent what appears to be a leaked message from Max to his private evidence server, so can't claim if this is valid. The screenshot reads, Spencer, the principal alleged victim, and I are considering a class action lawsuit against Mudahar for breaching our non-disclosure agreement, inciting harassment on live streams, defamation, and causing emotional distress. He's extremely rich, so the lawsuit seeks $1 million in damages to be distributed between all of you. All you would have to do is testify against him, particularly regarding his actions, not speaking to any of you about the evidence and the impact his behavior has had on you. Spencer has agreed to be the lead plaintiff, and I'll do all the hard work. This story is still ongoing from the looks of it, and in my opinion, I don't see an end to this anytime soon, considering how big MamaMax's ego is. It's hilarious. There's like so many claims, but there's like no evidence. And this drama is like huge. Let's recap.
Okay, so that's a real brief, quick, 60-second recap. So if you don't know of anything that we're going to be talking about today, that's it. That is it in a nutshell. Real concise. Very good job, D-Max. All right. So where does this start? Well, Lyrics, who's one of the creators, he's done some streams. He had a conversation with MamaMax when he came out and he started doing this whole thing, God Cult. I don't know what you would call it, section, period of time, whatever he called his channel, God Cult. He's going after this guy, Gerard Camden Davis, I think his name is. We'll just call him Werewolf Boy for now, right? So Lyrics did a video on him, whatever. Colton did some stuff. Colton then does what he always does. He kind of disappears. And then this week, what happened, it kind of accumulated. It came into a head, if you will. And it started off with Lyrics put out a video saying, I confronted MamaMax, right? And then FPSD, so he put out one 3 days ago, says the downfall of MamaMax, right? Then actually Nicholas Diorio put out a video, right? It says MamaMax's lied about everything, leak call, fake videos, right? Go check that out. It's setting at 215,000 views. It should probably, honestly, at this point in time, should be approaching 500 to 750,000 views. You guys need to get to watching. Share that video out, okay? Then Some Ordinary Gamer, he put out one, MamaMax's is a complete fraud. Now, what happened? Why all this stuff? Well, here's what happened. So MamaMax's does these live streams. He has these alleged survivors, right, that are alleging that these horrible things happened to them by this one guy. This one guy who has according to them, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of victims. Yet, there's no social media presence for this Camden Gerard Davis or this cult or anything else. There's zero. There's no Twitters. There's no YouTubes. There's no Snapchats. There's no TikToks. There's nothing out there backing this up that anyone can find. Zero. And I find it, this day and age, extremely hard to believe that we have a cult that is in existence and operating that does not have like a Facebook page, does not have a TikTok, doesn't have a Snap, doesn't have something. A Twitter, an Insta, something. Nothing. Okay? Nothing. So Mudahar gets dragged into this because MamaMax's says, well, listen, Mudahar's seen the evidence, and so he played off of Mudahar's reputation, right, as being a stand-up guy, played off of Mudahar's reputation, and he got him, used it to try to validate his claims. Well, that's a no-no. You don't do that shit, right? Mudahar took exception. Mudahar and Nicholas DeOrio got into a phone call with MamaMax's. It got pretty heated from my understanding, and especially from some of the parts of stuff that's been leaked. Now, not necessarily leaked, but put out there, right? Nicholas DeOrio, if you do the QR codes all throughout his video, which is paying homage to MamaMax's, because MamaMax's likes to do the little QR codes in his videos, right? So Nicholas DeOrio puts some QR codes, and these QR codes leads to some YouTube videos that are snippets of that conversation that happened between MamaMax's, Mudahar, and again, Nicholas DeOrio. Now, and it got pretty contentious, as one would expect, because these two guys were coming with facts that offended MamaMax's feelings. But remember, guys, facts do not care about your feelings. Matter of fact, Max says, fuck your feelings and go on with it. So they had a complete and total breakdown of communications. Threats were levied towards both Nicholas DeOrio and Mudahar. They decided to make the videos. They put the videos out. Both of them very good videos. Then, in response to all that, MamaMax's puts out a 3-minute video. Let me pause that. I don't want to show this. It's out there on the Reddit. If you guys want to go see it, go check it out. I guess, I'm not showing it. And the reason why I'm not showing it is this was on his Patreon. It's behind a paywall. I'm not showing it. I'm not getting copyrighted. I'm not getting DMCA'd. I'm not getting anything. I'm not dealing with the nonsense. If you want to go watch it, go watch it. Okay? It's out there on the Reddit. Go find it. Not hard to find at all. And you guys can watch it. This leaked. And it's basically throwing guilt, saying that all these big YouTubers like Nicholas DeOrio, Mudahar, all those, it's like a conspiracy. That the GoFundMe was falsely flagged, that they're trying to silence the survivors, so on and so forth. So where does that take us? Well, in Mudahar, when he tweeted out and put out his video, right, he includes this conversation between him and MamaMax's. And in this, he says, MamaMax says, please, Voodoo, take some time to think deeply and clearly about this case, other well-known documented cases, and yourself. I admit to my mistakes. Please reflect on yours. I'm not going to attack you publicly, but if we're forced into a position when we need to respond to you, we will absolutely will, and we are not afraid to do so. And I promise you, it is going to get very ugly for you and your brand. Now, that right there is a direct threat. He says, I'm promising you it's going to get... Okay, so whatever, right? We've called each other brothers. Please treat me as such as I've been doing for you. Okay, the problem with that is MamaMax has this mindset where it's all or nothing, right? You're either 100% complicit and agree with everything that I say, zero pushback, because otherwise, if you don't, then you are a supporter of the predatory behavior, and you're supportive of these people who engage in the predatory behavior. And so he jackets you into being a pedophile. Is that how to say it? Is that how to say the cool way to say it? To get around the TOS and stay little green bars? Doesn't matter. Everything gets ungreen, gets yellow with me. Mudahar says, what do you mean it's going to get very ugly for me and my brand? Okay, so he threatens Mudahar. Well, he's not the only one, right? Where was the, hang on, that's way, okay. Did I get my stuff in order? Why is that not, I'm not supposed to have that yet. Where is this at? Is this it here? No. Why is this? Okay, here. Okay, I had a couple things out of order here, guys. Sugar. Hang on here. I closed out something. Dadgummit. That's the problem with having too many freaking tags open. Just a second here. Is this the one here? Yeah, this is the one here. Okay. Right here. Okay. So Nicholas Doria puts out this tweet, says, I will make my current position crystal clear on allegation cover. I will never intentionally platform someone requesting to make allegations of abuse or misconduct without accompanying additional evidence that we can discuss in real time, right? He also puts out a conversation occurred between him and MamaMax, right? And so he goes into the guilt, right? And he basically says, because he's like, MamaMax was like wanting Nick to platform these alleged survivors, right? That was the whole thing. And Nick is like, listen, zero evidence has been produced. I've seen zero evidence, yet you want me to platform him. And he's like, yeah, that's what I want you to do, right? So basically what he says here, he says, just to confirm, you're declining to provide a platform for these survivors, right? So that's the angle, right? Because you won't help. So, because you won't just blindly follow what I'm saying. You don't take what I'm saying as the gospel truth and let these victims, these survivors, have your platform without any type of substantiated evidence whatsoever. So now you're against us, right? You're not for us, you're against us, because, like I said, Max deals in absolute. He deals in absolutes, right? Either you 100% support me or you 100% do not. That's it. There is no in between with him, right? Because he deals in absolutes. So that brings us, let me close out some of these tabs now. Free up some of this stuff because this is just insane. It's just insane. So that brings us to where we're at now. That's kind of a very, as concise as I possibly can, brief little synopsis of where we're at to date. Okay. Now, one of the things that Mudahar put out, right, is that, why is this, why do I have it? Okay, I have things in, all right. So, I'm sorry, I had some of my tabs out of order. So so the videos come out, the conversations, the DMs between the Mudahar, Nick, and MamaMax are released. We just see all that, right? So then what happens? Well, we have this that comes out. So Mudahar shares this out. This was sent to him as a screen cap. Now, I will tell you this, that through avenues, I could tell you, because Mudahar says was sent what appears to be a leaked message from Max to his private evidence server. So Kate claiming if this is valid or not. I hate to do this as a trust me bro type situation, but I can tell you that through separate channels, this is a legitimate screenshot. That's what I'll say. Okay, it is a legitimate screenshot. So he said, you know, and of course Max read this and stuff. So this has been legitimized. In my opinion, for what I'm worth, this has been legitimized. This screenshot. Okay. But Mudahar goes on to say, despite this, I'll still do what I can to help any potential victims privately. I don't believe that this is the thinking of any parties who are seeking justice. I think this is the AI dribblings of a man-child. So Nick says, well, how much money did I save by ignoring this DM while we were in the call? LMFAO, MamaMax sent him, says, you would have to sign the NDA before I can send any evidence. Do you want to join the server? All right. So now we've got threats of litigation. So is that going to occur? Is that not going to occur? I don't know. I suspect if that occurs, it's not going to go the way that MamaMax wants or hopes. I don't think I had some conversations with some people about NDA. Is it real? Is it legitimate? Is it valid? Is it whatever? What I'll say is my standpoint is this. I do not know if the validity of the NDA is valid or not. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know. Okay. If we had screenshots or had something to look at as far as the NDA itself, we could do layman's interpretation of it. But again, not being a lawyer, don't know. I don't know. I think you cannot just credit it, but they say, well, it's ChatGPT, or maybe it was pulled off of some legal website as like just a boilerplate NDA or whatever, right? That does not invalidate it. Just because it was something like that, it does not invalidate it at all. The only one who can make a final determination whether or not if the NDA was valid or is not valid can be in any way adjudicated through civil recourse, which is what they'd have to do. It's not criminal; it would be a civil type thing. Would be a judge. Where the hurdles are going to come in on this is Mudahar lives in Canada, MamaMax lives in Texas. So he would have to go into Canada to try to sue Mudahar. I don't know if that's a good expenditure of monies. That's all I'll say. That's just, I think that, in my personal opinion, I think that's, as they say, it's throwing good money after bad. But whatever, it's his money. Do whatever you want to with it. Nixus Dioria puts out a screen cap. This is from the video that he put out on his Patreon. I found that very interesting. It says, our GoFundMe to support the survivors of child sex crimes committed by Camden Gerard Davis was mass reported and shut down. We stand at a pivotal moment in history for the voices of child sex crime survivors. The silence has already been overwhelming, and now powerful forces are trying to further mute our efforts. And it's a picture of course, the unfortunately infamous picture of, and they put Nicholas Dorio's face, superimposed it over. So is he equating himself to George Floyd? Is that essentially what they're doing? And they're saying Nicholas Diorio's, I don't know. I don't know. I just, and this kind of, and Swatchem brings this up in chat. Exactly. The other day when it broke that the GoFundMe had been taken down, Xylee and I both had the mindset of that was horrible. That was because now you've made it a martyr. right? And so now he can claim martyrdom, and that's what he's did. He's a victim. They're claiming victim status again. Good job. And that's why we said that was a huge mistake, because of this right here, this type of crap. All right. So moving along to our next segment, let's talk about his supporters. When I say his supporters, I'm talking about MamaMaxs. So where are they at? Are they still at his side? Are they running? Are they what are we doing here, right? What's going on? That whole thing aside, as far as the craziness that is between Mudahar and Nick and MamaMaxs and Lyrics, FPS Diesel, just to name a few of the people that's covered this and talked about it, Xylee, things like that. That's just some of the the craziness. But what about his fans? What about his supporters? Now, this next segment, you've already kind of seen, because I flashed it on there because I didn't have my stuff in order. I've got to break my word. I don't like doing this. I don't like breaking my word. I don't. My word is, when I give my word to people and I give my word to you guys, it's not something that I do just whimsically. I'm a firm believer that a man is only as good as his word. But I think to cover this story and to talk about this, I have to do this. I have to break my word. And that means I'm going to have to talk about Slug. Slug and I have had our problems in the past. I don't like the person. I think he's very disingenuous. I think he's basically a moron. He makes outlandish claims with zero evidence to back it up, because he does it for engagement and he does it to clickbait. All that aside, whatever. But he was taking flack and taking heat because he was editor for MamaMaxs. Well, he was pushing back against that. Should he have taken heat for being MamaMax's editor? In and itself, probably not. He probably shouldn't have been taking any heat for that. But the problem is the problem is Slug has so alienated himself from essentially, other than the handful of people that watch his streams, that he has no charitability to be extended towards him no more. No grace, no mercy, nothing, right? Yeah, you're fighting with Slug made me stop watching for. Yeah, I understand that, Buzzsaw. I take that. I'd take it 100%. And I don't like talking about the guy. I honestly, truthfully, I do not. I would rather just have left him in the rearview mirror, quite honestly. But unfortunately, he is part of this narrative. He's part of this topic. And Buzzsaw, I appreciate your back. I thank you for that. And hopefully this doesn't sour you again. But Slug was defending MamaMaxs. He was defending, and so I kind of want to go through that where he was talking about that, right? So on a stream, this was 8 days ago. On a stream, he was going over Magnetar, right? Because Magnetar had come up and brought forth the stuff that MamaMaxs had done to him. And so Slug was calling him out. And a buddy of his, Mr. Sin, called him. And this is a conversation that I found very interesting.
I was going to say it now. Hold on. I was going to say it now. I made a fucking bait tweet today, basically. Slug, you saw it, right?
I saw it.
Yeah, so I mean, it worked pretty well. I got the answer I wanted, so that's cool. And it kind of triggered Magnetar because he didn't like what I basically said is him being called a pedophile. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about Magnetar really, other than his little niche, hug box.
The problem with that is it doesn't. I don't guess it necessarily matters if anybody online per se cares about Magnetar, but the fact that what Magnetar went through, his IRL, people calling his job, him having to deal with that, that matters, and that's the problem. People don't just keep things online. Because people like Max, MamaMaxs, deal in life ruination, right? They dox people, and then they tell people to go after. He does a call of action to go after these people, right? Just like they doxed. And here's the thing about it: they in MamaMax's world, they have tried, convicted, and now they're trying to execute this Blackula dude, right? They've produced zero evidence, but they've been judge, jury, and execution with zero evidence presented other than testimony from these alleged survivors. That's it. And then really there's been only what 2-3 people I think that's actually said anything publicly. I don't know. I would hope that if I was ever in a situation where I was being accused of something, I would hope there would be more than just someone making the accusations. And I would hope that I would, be given a little bit of benefit of the doubt, not just convicted, right? But anyway.
Nobody, like, dog, Mudahar doesn't give a shit about you. All the commentary people don't give a shit about you. And if you're here, Spider, relay this message to him if you can, because I know he's been trying to suck up to you in DMs. Magnetar, if you legitimately think that these internet people and internet celebrities give a shit about you, you're fucking deluded and retarded, more retarded than fucking Max. Probably on the same length at this point, though. To be fair, you're probably as retarded as Max, because I'll tell you a secret, bro, that nobody wants to tell you. Ain't nobody give a shit about you. All right, these internet people, these internet celebrities, you are just a tool right now. Nobody gives a shit that you were called a pedo. All right, because if they did in August 2022, motherfuckers would have spoke up. Nicholas Diorio would have said something. Mudahar would have said something. Even fucking Lolicon Lyrics, Liam would have said something. But you know why they didn't? Because they didn't give a shit about you, and Max was doing more for them. Well, at least for.
See, the thing of it is, though, is now looking back with more, stuff coming to light. Even Mudahar says he's going back and relooking at that situation, because that was one of the criticisms that was levied against Mudahar, right? The podcast, Some Ordinary Podcasts, how they came out and slammed Magnetar, right? Based upon MamaMax's, their friendship. It wasn't just him. It was also Leon Lush and those guys. And I can't remember what the other guy's name is, right? But I can never say his name right. But Mudahar has, because he went on Chud Logic, and Chud Logic, confronted him about all this. And Mudahar says, "No, I've got 100%. I was wrong. 1%. I got to go back and look at it." So see, that's the problem. Is when the house of cards start crumbling, then everything starts being looked at a lot closer. Something tells me there's going to be a lot more of this going to come out about MamaMaxs before this is all said and done.
For Muda, I would assume it's like, that's his friend, so he's going to overlook this shit, because he's going to think that he has something to stand on. For Diorio, based on the leaks that I've seen, it's probably a network thing, right? For Lyrics, it's probably because he was too busy fapping to the 13-year-old animated children. But the point here is, Magnetar, nobody, and this is the point of my tweet, nobody legitimately gives a shit other than a small select few people that you were called a pedophile. All right? Nobody. And you spending $430 as you claimed on legal fees for this shit, only for nothing to happen, you're fucking retarded for that. Is that all you spend on legal fees per hour? Motherfucker. I know lawyers that cost up to 800 plus per hour, you retard. Is that all you scrape together? 430 per hour? What the fuck, dog? Like, when I saw that, I'm like, that's pretty fucking low. I got motherfuckers spending 800.
Hang on, where's the section? Okay, I thought it came up before that. Just give me a second. Give me a second. Here, let me find this. Because there was something else there I was wanting to.
Suck your own butthole. You're doing great.
Definitely MamaMaxs 420. Don't talk about me or I'll sue you. Okay. Go ahead. Thank you for the 420. Sue away. Sue away. Okay. All right. Okay. Just a few more minutes there. I'd had it. All right. Here we go. Let's go back to it.
Simmered down by the summer. Okay, so you, by your own admission, have just admitted that it's not even that big of a deal. So now I have motherfuckers like Chud Logic trying to act like this, like Tommy's a victim, like Magnetar's a victim. I got Tommy the plumber himself, who implies people are pedophiles whenever it's convenient for him. Yes, I have those clips. He's
talking about Tommy C there. I don't know exactly what you're talking about there, Sin. I'm not aware. You say you got clips. I'd love to see them. Really would.
is trying to act like a victim. And he's trying to act like Magnetar's a victim. Right? I got Matt Pip going along with this too, trying to make Tommy look like a victim. Dog.
Tommy faked being raped as a kid.
Really, Slug? Tommy faked it. Okay. So, that's real interesting. Because now, right, and this was all because these people were going after MamaMaxs, right? Magnetar came back forward. Now where's Slug at? Well, Slug's real interesting. Slug put out a tweet yesterday. Says, this was a theme I would tell Max, but hey, you told me you would have me review your shithole response. I quit as your editor. Great editing client, shithole person. Okay. There was more to this. Why is there not more? Why is there not more? There we go. Why is it not? Let me see. He goes on to say, you can sue me if you want. Your threats don't scare me. Fuck your non-enforceable NDA. I'm done working with a guy who fucked over survivors of a case he didn't even research. By the way, there's more to take down than Camden, but you didn't do any of the hard work. The code is still active, but you don't want justice. You want money and clout. I'm going to make this clear. I want justice for the survivors, not views. After seeing the full call, you lied to everyone and you lied to my face. You can't do shit to me, Max. And I don't need to record my convos with you. You lied multiple times to my face to make changes, and you never did it. Hell, if survivors of Camden Gerard Davis want to reach out, hit me up in DMs or directly contact the Gwinnett County Police and a lawyer. I've seen more proof than Max did, and this shit is multiple actual criminals. And he goes on. He says this guy here, which I'm not going to get into. I don't know what that's all about. He some sort of ties or whatever, right? So, anyway. So Slug, his editor, is now turned on him. He says, hey, I'm not going to have anything to do with you anymore. His Reddit has turned on him, right? So does MamaMaxs actually still have any supporters? That's the question. Does he have any supporters? Well, yeah, he does. He has one that's been very vocal and very active. And, in my opinion, a little bit fanatical about things. I would like to introduce you guys to RedPagan. RedPagan is a, I don't know, politics, world events, trans issues, liberation. I think they were more of a political type a creator, content maker. They recently did 2 live streams. The first one that they did is a special live broadcast and had on Spencer, which is the main spokesperson with MamaMaxs on this case. And then 2 days ago, they had on there Kaya, which I guess is another person that was part of this. Now, I've watched, like I say, I've watched probably about a half, maybe a third of this one. I haven't watched really any of this one at all. It's hard to watch. It's very hard to consume. But anyway, their Twitter account has been quite interesting. So when when Mudahar put out a tweet saying, "Hey, I had a call with MamaMaxs regarding his recent campaign known as God Cult, and that I'm not too fond of." This is their Twitter account that said, "I think you're being duped by the influences of Camden." So now Mudahar is under the spell of Camden, I guess. Thought you were better than this, but you're just like every other YouTuber, turning your head in silence to the bigger issues and trying to write off people doing good work. Disappointed in you, capitalize. They put out this tweet saying that they were turning off comments for the last stream and will be doing the same when I speak to other victims due to harassment and bullying so just know, if you question, if you ask any questions, if you point out anything to contract statements made or ask questions for more explanations, you'll be labeled as a apologist, an enabler, or you're transphobic. Because if you question any of this, right? Because RedPagan is trans. So just know that. So I'm sure if they get wind of this, I will be labeled one, if not all of these. So I'm not any of them, but it doesn't seem to matter because we just openly just throw these words around because they don't really mean anything. One even mentions the baseless assertions made against MamaMaxs and the victims he's trying to help are far from right-wing incel circles, which immediately leads me to discredit their validity because fascists have a tendency to lie. So they're also fascist. Anyone that questions anything is fascist. You're either right-wing and you're an incel. Okay. Another example of absolutes. These people deal in absolutes. They are absolutely correct. They are absolutely never wrong. And if you question or try to ask them to elaborate, to expand on, then you're labeled, right? We've seen MamaMaxs do it with Tommy C, right? Now you see this RedPagan doing the exact same thing. A lot of these people seem to be easily swayed by influencers of the influence. So everybody, and I don't even know who this guy is, this Camden Gerard. I don't even know who this cat is. The only pictures I've saw is the ones that MamaMaxs has put forth, whatever. Well, I don't know. There's multiple networks of people trying to spin, intimidate, and control the narrative. It's very obvious that this is an OP to try and silence and discredit his victims and those trying to bring him to justice. We will not be swayed by such draconian, well, there's a good word, tactics. Max does good work, and we are trying to get justice for the victims. No, Max does not do good work. Max has been doing this stuff for 5 years, has had 0 results. Not only has he had 0 results, it has now been proven, both from his own mouth, that the one situation where he claimed to have gotten results and got somebody actually incarcerated, he lied about. He lied about. Right? Because it bolstered his narrative and made him look like he was doing something. And that's the problem with all these hunters like this, these predator hunters. They get zero results. The only results that they get is that they educate these if they are truly, predators, makes them smarter, gets them a little bit more savvy, wise, right? They think because they dox them, they think because they try to do life ruination on these people, that's punishment. That's not punishment. What it does is it allows them to change their name, like screen name. They allows them to continue on. And if they truly are somebody that is predatory in nature, and that's what they do, then all it does is it enables them to continue to prey upon victims. Good job. Pat yourself on the back. You're doing a great job there by allowing these people to continue rather than collect the evidence of someone that you think it is and turning it over to law enforcement, to investigate, right? How many times have we seen these hunters? They put out the YouTube videos, they put all these things out, and nothing. There's very, very rarely are they ever actually arrested and prosecuted. And so it's just like Zali said, these guys are vigilantes for views. It's all about feeding their desire to have clout and to have notoriety and to be fed, through support monies, right? And because MamaMax doesn't monetize his videos, so therefore, he's like, no, how much money are you guys giving this cat through Patreon? Yeah, okay. What, what is this here? Yeah, I can't view that. He has me blocked. Says, but anyway, there was some RuLeon. This is RuLeon says, what are you going to do? Come into my chat and watch my comrades pick you apart like the reactionary chud you are. Hannah Clark says he's a white supremacist. And then RedPagan, because why research? Why Leon's black, right? So I don't think he's a white supremacist, but whatever, you go off. And of course, Hannah's just trolling here, right? But because they see boogeymen under everywhere, right? The monsters live in the closet. RedPagan says figures. That's what a lot of these big YouTuber chuds are. I'm starting to notice a pattern here with those criticizing me and Max. They are right-wing blowhards protecting predators. Makes sense why they are making up false narratives against Max and platforming predators like Magnetar. So now she's openly calling Magnetar a predator. Good job. Flamenco comes in here in response to this again, where she was interacting with Leon, says, hey, just want to let you know about a white supremacist fascist YouTube channel I found called John Swan. He has multiple survivors that he has hurt. Could you please investigate him? RedPagan says, DM me, right? Oh, jeez. What's this next one here? Again, Mudahar's talking, reply says, you are a fraud. Nice you get in bed with transphobic and reactionary scum who make their money making low effort content, trashing other YouTubers. It's easy to grift by pandering the same false allegations with no legit proof than to make original content. Go fuck yourselves, Mudahar. What's Mudahar talking about here? This was the link to his video of talking about MamaMax as a complete fraud. She quote tweets Nicholas Diorio's tweet about his video. You lie. Such strong words. Echo says, why are you beefing so hard on Chud Logic and Lyrics? They've done a really good job of covering the situation. No, they aren't. They're platforming transphobes and fascists. They're fascists themselves. They're big YouTube who try to silence and belittle small creators for their own game. Take your pick. They're just platforming false allegations without actually fact-checking anything. It just goes on and on. Mudahar, Nick Diorio, Lyrics, Chud Logic, and other big YouTubers are the frauds. Okay, so that's it. That's it. Good night. So at least MamaMax still has one supporter out there, right? Backing him up. He lost his editor. Editor dumped him, calls him a horrible person, says it was a great editing gig, but was a shit human being, dumps him, walks away. But not Pagan, RedPagan. RedPagan is right in there fighting to the bitter end for him. So at least he has that, right? Good night. Good night. Oh, man. You know, I think that's the fastest I've ever talked in my entire life. I think that's the fastest I've ever talked in my... What are you sending me, Beavers? What are you sending me here? Okay, I'll check that out, Beavers. Crazy, crazy, crazy. But anyway, like I said, I don't think by no means do I think this is over. I think there's going to be more stuff come out. I think this is the problem, like I say, on House of Cards. When you have somebody that has doctored videos, that has manufactured evidence, especially when you're covering such a serious topic like hunters, predators, things like that, and by your own admission, you falsified information to make it more entertaining. No, that's not what you do. Not when you're talking about serious situations like this. You don't do that. You just don't do that. And now this house of cards that Max has built for himself, MamaMax has built for himself, is going to come crumbling down. And I believe that there are smarter people out there, has a mind to be able to go in and dissect and tear apart these things, are going to do so. That's not me. I don't have that mind. I don't have that ability. I laugh. I just laugh at people. So, did Beaver send me corn? Yes. You want to see what Beaver sent me? You want to see? Okay, I'll show you guys. But one thing's good. We can go. Guess what? I'm done. We can go off of the code red, and we can go back to normal now. Everybody, we can come up. We can come up for breath of air. We're done. I'm through with the topic. Right? So we can do some palate cleansing. You guys want some palate cleansing now? Because that was just some crap, right? All right, so here's what Beaver sent me. It says UK's Dragonfire long-range laser, just in time to shoot down Houthi missiles in the Red Sea, or Iranian missiles, or Russian missiles. The UK has announced the Dragonfire laser system successful test, destroying drones from kilometers away. So he said this was Star Wars. I don't know. What's this here. This is what your pee looks. Seth, if this is what your pee looks like, darling, you might need to go see a doctor. I don't know. So Pizzle put this one out. This one I thought was kind of funny, right? And she says, poor Doc. And of course, I'm pretty sure she's talking about Doc on the radio. But you be your own judge on this. I might have missed the mark on this one. So let's see here. I don't know where Pizzle finds these things. I swear to God. But I'm pretty sure, guys. Am I wrong? Or she was talking about Doc on the radio, right? Right? She was talking about Doc on the radio, right? Because he's Asian, right? I don't know if Doc knows he's Asian or not, but he's Asian. I was listening to the stream last night. I was listening to Now Recording stream last night as I was going to bed. Went to bed early. And I was listening to Now Recording. They did a live stream last night. Tommy C called in. Did you guys hear this thing? This is crazy. This is crazy. This is coming from High as a Kite, right? He clipped this. Listen to this. This is awesome. Let me back this up here. Here we go.
I tried to get you to pause. Damn it. Hey, Tommy.
Hey,
Jesus.
Hello.
remember the surgery you talked about?
What?
Yeah, jaw surgery, I saw it.
What the fuck is going on?
Go back to the picture. Go back to the picture of him.
All right, go back, I guess.
It's your jaw surgery.
What the fuck?
Tommy, are you using a voice modulator?
What?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, shit. You check. It's better you want it.
That's
Let's
worse.
try it. Hang on.
I thought you were doing a bit.
I did too.
No.
No, he's not doing it.
Something's fucked. Something's fucked up here.
Tommy, listen to the stream. Your voice is fucked, dude.
Hold on, let me hear it. Holy shit! Holy shit! Wait, hold on.
What the fuck was that?
They're calling it reverse. Hazakai says accidentally pulls a reverse MamaMax's voice on that recording. Oh God, that was so funny. Oh, that was so funny. I found this kind of funny. This kind of reminded me of somebody. Standing out in the cold. I'm Batman. Oh, me. Oh, God. Oh. Oh, me. So, anyway. All right, guys. That's it. Peepaw on Fortnite. Yeah, Peepaw on Fortnite. Listen, I'll tell you what. Fortnite. Okay. All right, guys. That was much needed. Yes. Listen. In closing, here's what I'm going to say. I don't know where things stand with that whole thing, with these alleged survivors. I hope that they get justice through the legal system. If they were truly abused anyway, I hope they get the justice that they seek. You're not going to get the justice that you seek from a YouTube video. That's why you should never ever go to a YouTuber with this crap, right? Just don't, right? If you're ever in any way abused, in any way, doesn't matter what capacity, if you're abused, go to your law enforcement, right? Retain legal counsel if need be. If you say, well, I don't have money for a lawyer, I get that, right? Lawyers are expensive. They're not cheap. But what I will tell you is this from my own personal experience. If there is any civil avenues to pursue, lawyers will take your case and you don't have to give them a single dime. They will get theirs on the back end when the civil case is over with, right? Or go to legal aid. There's legal aid, right? You can get help. Where you cannot and will not get help is from a YouTuber. You won't. You're not going to get that. Now, you might get, moral support, stuff like that. But my personal opinion is that you should never ever make a video until it's all said and done. When it's went through the legal court systems and, a verdict has been rendered by legal system, then you can come forward with your story. Tell everything. Then guess what? Then you don't have to worry about doxing one because it's all public information. You can show court records. You can show court documents as long as it's not pertaining to a minor, right? If it's pertaining to a minor, all that shit's gonna be sealed up to protect the minor, and rightfully so. Right? But once there's actual, conclusion legally, then then if you want to go to a YouTuber to help tell your story, okay, fine. That when it's all said and done, and the court systems has rendered a verdict, then fine, right? But I'll tell you this is, if you're looking for something, civilly, I wouldn't do it then either, because anything that you say publicly like that on a YouTube channel or anything else can be brought into that civil case, right? I mean, it's just, there's a right way and a wrong way, I think, to handling it. And in my personal opinion, I believe that this whole situation has been handled improperly. I don't think there should have been one video. I don't think there should have been one live stream. There shouldn't have been anything done. And I understand the pressures that, financial pressure, the justification for this, well, they need to be support financially. I get that. There are avenues which to get support, state agencies, federal agencies, that can help you get low-income housing, that can get you, assistance for food, everything else, right? It's not a great existence. I'm not saying that. I'm not tronicating it as something to run with. But it would help you get through the rough patch. Nobody has ever promised a mansion to live in or an easy lifestyle. As a matter of fact, you promised just the opposite. I hope that these women, if they were truly victimized, I hope they find and get the justice that they're seeking. But I would caution you if you think that you're going to get it because of a YouTube video. It's just, that's never going to happen. Because because I go back to what I said, there's no social media presence. So how do you cancel somebody that doesn't have a social media presence? And essentially that's what YouTube videos do. They cancel somebody's online persona, their online way of revenue or online way of making money. That's what videos, and if this person doesn't have that, then what is your ultimate goal, right? But on that note, I'm going to get out of here, guy. I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys for all tuning in this morning. I appreciate you. I will see you tomorrow morning, the channel supporters. I don't know what we'll be talking about yet. I haven't come up with it yet, but I will tell you this: it will not be this kind of. We'll definitely have some fun, and go on for that. It's Friday, guys. It's Fortnite Day. D-Max should be doing Fortnite Friday sometime this afternoon. Check out his YouTube channel. He'll be live streaming it there. You might see a peepaw. There might be a wild peepaw show up. You never know. So anyway, thank you guys again for tuning in. Now go like some videos, leave some comments, support. Oh, I know Clear as Mud didn't stream last night. There were some technical difficulties that occurred. So we felt bad. Felt bad about that. So what we're going to do for you guys, let me pull this up here to go to Twitter. Let me promote this real quick because I'm a horrible person. I'm a horrible, horrible person if I don't. So let me do this real quick. Put out a tweet. Clear as Mud Twitter account. Put out. We've got a video that's coming out, and it's about this has-been hotel. It's about that and who. Hang on a second here. I can't remember what this other cat's name is. Give me a second here. Let me scroll back through. He does these rap things. I don't know. I swear, I've got to talk to my co-host about all the crap that. What is this guy's name? See, this is where I need Max to help me. I can't remember what the guy. It doesn't matter. I can't remember what the guy's. Verbalise. Thank you, Maggot. Verbalise. I think that's how you say his name. Maybe or not. This guy, I never heard of the cat before. Verbalise. He's a animator, puppeteer. No, not to be confused with Milltown's best, Dave, Super Dave. He does puppety and he does like animations and he does rap things and I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna just tell you what. It's embarrassing. It's super embarrassing. It's coming out 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today, and guess what? It's coming live to all of you. We're not doing a members only thing first, and then to make up because we had difficulties last night and we didn't get a live stream out for you guys. We felt bad. We put this out. We're putting this out for you. It is recorded. Anyway, it was pretty wild. D-Max, I didn't know anything about this. He says, guys, I've got this. He says, and so we did it. And anyway, it's I'll be honest with you. I'm not so sure if we may not get in trouble for some of the stuff that I haven't watched the final edited down thing yet. Max took this one to edit. If he left some of the stuff in, it is so questionable because it gets pretty spicy. Right? I'm gonna just tell you it gets a little bit spicy. That's all I can say. It's questionable. Anyway. I turned a few shades of red. That's all I'm gonna say. The old man got a little embarrassed. Got a little embarrassed with this one. But there's an N-word in it. I'm gonna tell you, there's a lot of things in this one. A lot of it. Very risque. Very risque. Anyway, I'm gonna just leave it at that. But 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, clear as mud. It's dropping. I think you guys are gonna really enjoy this one. And it's like I think it's like under 45 minutes. It's a pretty quick run. I stay quiet a lot, so that's why it's not as long. Because I was just sitting there with my mouth agape. Just and we had a very special person drop in to do this podcast for us, with us. Yes. Spectre, for 5 months. Thank you, Spectre. We had a very, very special person drop in on this recording. It's a voice from the past. You're not going to want to miss it. And on that note, I'm out of here. Have a great Friday. I will see you guys. Remember, keep your powder dry. And I'll see you in the funny papers.
You don't know what I've become.